Hi, welcome back to Shotoku Tech. In my previous video, I was talking about how I had to replace the HotEnd and the motherboard for my Ender 3. It's a very old Ender 3, so the motherboard, I couldn't even flash it. It wasn't up to date enough that there was any image to flash it with. And the HotEnd was reporting a runaway heat and shutting down at 150 degrees centigrade, so I couldn't print anything. When I finally got that all worked out, then I was kind of underprinting. That's a 20 millimeter cube, but it's only 19.7 millimeters on the x-axis there. You see here in Tinkercad, it's 20 millimeters by 20 millimeters by 20 millimeters. And even in Cura, you can see, yeah, 20 millimeters by 20 millimeters. So if we slice that, it should be 20 millimeters when we print it. So we've sliced that 20 millimeter cube and we've copied it over to the Octoprint server attached to my Ender 3. Yeah, there it is. Go ahead and hit the print button there. Of course, this takes a long time, so we're not going to watch it heat up or anything, but you see it's warming up to print that 20 millimeter cube. Okay, let's watch the time lapse. There we go, that was quick. Now the formula for adjusting the steps per millimeter is you take the expected dimension in millimeters times the number of steps per millimeter in the firmware divided by the actual dimension. We're going to see how to do that here. Okay, so we go into the firmware here, control, motion, and then steps per millimeter. And you see here the X and Y axis have 80 steps per millimeter, so that's how many steps the stepper motor rotates to go 1 millimeter, and the Z steps are 400 steps per millimeter. Make sure you have digital calipers. If you're into 3D printing, you need digital calipers. Look for the link down below. This seemed like an interesting offering. They had several different varieties and a multi-pack. Can't hurt to have more than one. Okay, so I didn't even want to remove it from the hotbed. You see here the y-axis is 19.9 and the x-axis is only 19.7. I'll get a little squeeze on here. Yeah, 19.7. I got that as a consistent measurement on the x. Now let's break it off and get the z-axis. And it's 19.7 as well. So it's coming up 0.3 of a millimeter short on the X and the Z axis. Okay, so we talked about that formula. So that 20 millimeters times 80 steps is 1600. So we divide 1600 by 19.7. So the X axis should be set to 81.2 steps per millimeter. And the Y was 19.9 millimeters. So that's going to be 80.4 steps per millimeter to get that up to 20. And now the Z measurement, that's 20 millimeters times 400 steps is 8,000 divided by 19.7, and that's going to be 406.1. All right, so those are the steps per millimeter we need to go set in here. So let's go back in, control, motion, and this is that latest 32-bit motherboard for the Ender 3. It's super quiet. The noisiest part of the printer now is the fans. You don't hear the stepper motors at all. Okay, so we're bringing that X up to 81.2. Now let's go set our Y steps. That was going to be 80.4. Hit enter. And then Z steps, we were going to set that to 406.1. If you go too fast, it might run away from you, so be careful there. Okay, 406.1. So now we should test another 20 millimeter cube print. We'll go ahead and start that. Yeah, it's heating up. And there's the time lapse again. Now we're ready to measure. Give it a good squeeze there. Yeah, 20 millimeters, right on the money. That was the X, here's the Y. 20 millimeters. Very good. Now let's check our Z axis. 20.1. I might split the difference between 404 and 406 and make it 405, and I'll try it again, but we don't need to do that for the sake of this video. I think you got the idea of how to adjust your X, Y, and Z steps per millimeter on the Ender 3. Leave a comment down below. Give this video a like, and before you go watch more of my 3D printing videos, or heck, even my Meshtastic playlist, please click on subscribe. Thank you very much.